to you, and you're where my help comes from. Give me wisdom, you know just what to do, yeah.
Hi, my wonderful friends. We are on episode 13, and I'm excited to continue sharing the amazing things that God revealed to me and blessed me with, and the things that I did on my journey on a summer of many seasons. It definitely was a summer of many seasons, and it was just such a life-changing summer, and there's just so much that God taught me that I really just feel that He wants me to share it, because then it can bless you and you can take it for yourself. And even though you didn't experience what I experienced, you can take it for yourself and you can make it your own and apply the things that God taught me into your life. And I just pray that they bless you so much. So the next couple days, last video I ended off sharing the amazing revelation of, and the amazing thing that God was doing in my life, how He was answering my prayer to become the Beatitudes, and how He was breaking me down so much to just be more poor in spirit and desperately weak and needy and meek and humbled and pure in heart, and just seeking His face and hungering and thirsting for Him. And so it was powerful. And so then the next few days consisted of just really spending time with the children and just pouring into them and loving them and hugging them and playing with them and reading to them and getting closer to them and really just connecting with them more and more. And a few of them just really started to latch on to me and get really close to me, which was so beautiful. Every time I would just spend time with the kids, I would just have so much joy. And it was the joy of the Lord that is my strength, even in the midst of our trials and our sadnesses. But God just poured so much of His love into me through the children. Even though I was there loving them and ministering to them, God was ministering to me through them, and it was very powerful. And so I would help out with preschool and just work around the base and just spend time with the kids and play with them and be there with them. And so that was just awesome, and read to them, and it was powerful. But I do want to share an incredible revelation that God revealed to me in the next couple days. As I go through my journal and I read back on the things that God was revealing to me in my prayer notes and stuff, it's powerful, because I can kind of go back into that place and back into that moment of feeling that, and really just continue to soak it in and embody it. And one thing God was really revealing to me was sometimes we think in our minds, we have these big plans and these big expectations where, oh my gosh, I'm going across the world, or I'm going to this place and I'm going to be going and ministering. There's going to be healings and salvations and miracles and signs and wonders and all this stuff. And that's what was on my heart when I was planning on going to Pemba. And I thought all that was going to happen and everything. And God was just really breaking me down and really revealing to me that nothing is little with God. That sometimes we have all these expectations of all these big and miraculous things to happen, when God might have another plan to actually take us even lower and go slower and be like a servant and be just humbled. And in that place of loving with that selfless love, of serving with that selfless love, of really just hugging a child, that is actually one of the biggest and greatest and most incredible miracles and amazing things that we could ever do. And I'm always praying that God would give me more of His love, that I could love Him more with His love, and that I could love others with His love. And He was really revealing to me in that time that even something as simple as hugging a child or loving on them, or just smiling with them and laughing with them and tickling and playing with them, is so close to the Father's heart, is so special in God's heart for His children, because it's in that place of that childlike faith, that childlike love, where you just have fun and you just laugh and you just play and you just hug and smile and love. You just love. And so it was amazing, because God was really revealing to me that the little things are so powerful. And just hugging on a child or loving on them can make such a huge impact in people's lives. And that's what God was doing, is he was humbling me, and he was revealing such a profound and special place in his heart to just love on the children, to just love people and be there with them, even if all it means is to just sit there and hug them. Like, that is such a powerful, powerful thing to do. And it's such a powerful revelation, because we can get so caught up in all this other big stuff happening, but yet nothing is big or little with God. Everything is a miracle. Everything is huge. Everything is so powerful and beautiful and incredible to be a part of. Whether it's, seeing an incredible miracle of someone getting healed or saved or delivered, or just loving on a child and sitting with them and playing with them and giving them your attention. Both are such grand miracles of the Lord and such a privilege to be a part of. So God was really just showing me what it meant to love with his love in the simplicity of it, and what it meant to not be so caught up in the big things or thinking that that's only the greatest and big things. Like, some people might think like, oh, you're across the world and you're doing all these great things and all this stuff is happening. And I was really struggling with that, because it was intense for me, because I was expecting and excited for all those amazing things to happen. And then here I was over here, and God was teaching me to be grateful with little and faithful with little, and grateful for where he placed me, and showing me that loving his children and just hugging them and just being caring and affectionate and kind and compassionate is something so, so great and big in God's heart. And it was such a beautiful thing. And so I just encourage you. I pray that you are encouraged by this video and this revelation, because God was teaching me so much about that. And I just encourage you that whatever God has you doing, don't compare it to being big or little, because everything that God has for you and everything that God has you doing is so great and so big and so amazing. Whether it just means you're smiling at someone, or it means that you're leading someone to the Lord, like, both are such incredible miracles, because God can use a smile to change someone's life. And also he can change their hearts and lead them to himself. And so it's so powerful to just remember that everything with God is a miracle. Everything with God is big and is incredible. And to humble ourselves and be meek and low and just at his feet, willing to go, willing to do whatever he calls us to do, willing to just sit in the dirt with a child, or willing to just be in a mansion ministering. It doesn't matter, because ultimately whatever is on God's heart is for us to love and be loved by him and become love. And so I just encourage you in that. Just continue to soak in God's love and see how he uses you to love his children and to love our neighbors as ourselves. And it's such a beautiful thing. So I pray that this blesses you. Stay tuned, because I have some awesome revelations and stories coming up as we continue on this journey. And those are just a few. I really just wanted to share that revelation because it's powerful. And a lot of my time in Johannesburg was a lot of just spending time with the kids and loving on them, but also God was just pouring out revelation. So I'll be sharing quite a few revelations on these videos, and then there's just awesome testimonies to come. So God bless you.
God, I look to you, and you're where my help comes from. Give me wisdom, you know just what